Hi guys! Okay, so this video is about one of the products that I spoke about in my best of 2014. Gosh, I'm already going into 2015 now. 2014. And as I was doing that video, I was sort of like rambling on as usual. And then I realized, no, you know what? I'm going to stop myself right here because I think it deserves its own review. So that's what I'm doing right now. And if you guys remember that video, it is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color. Okay, so I have read kind of mixed reviews on this, and the complaints that I read why people hate this, I totally understand. But I think if you are willing to go through, if you have a little bit of patience with it, you'll actually really, really love it. So just as a sort of preface to it, I guess, I use 3 brow products, not at the same time, obviously, but I interchange 3 different ones. The first one being, in no particular order, but the Chanel Brow Kit, which, as you guys know, there's a whole video on this. It looks like this. It comes with like this little brush up here, tweezers, whoop-a-doo, and then another little brush, and it's got the 3 colors to choose from. Is it pricey? Yes. But will it last you forever? Yes. Put it to you this way. I'll never have to buy another kit again. I've had this for like 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years or so. And you can see that I've used it. Well, can you? I don't even know the lighting in this. But, I mean, put it to you this way. Once you invest in this sucker, you'll never have to buy another one. Like, I mean, if you do, it might be like 10 or 15 years from now or something. It's like a waxy powder. So it's not like your regular conventional just powder eyebrow kit. It's got a certain formulation that's sort of like waxy, so you need very, very little of it. And it gives you quite a natural look. You can see, if you go into the search bar on my front channel, like the home channel page, and you just punch in Chanel brow or something, that review will come up and you will see what my brows look like in that video to sort of show you the kind of effect that has. It's sort of like a diffuse, it takes time. I mean, that's when I really, really want to be crazy flawless, like, you know, using that and sort of like drawing in with little strokes, and it kind of just has this diffused, textured brow sort of look. The shoe pencil is the other, the 2 out of the 3 that I use. And this is like my everyday, I'm too lazy to spend the time to use the Chanel Brow Kit. Even though that gives me great results, like I'm just a lazy person, people, when it comes to makeup. Like I just want it to be like super lickety split. So with this, it's like literally like seconds to put on my brow, but the look is a much more sort of drawn on brow, which pencils usually do versus a powder. So it's going to have a very sort of defined, and in most of my videos, because I'm too lazy, you will see me using the shoe. It's a hard 9, Seal Brown, I believe is the color. What is this one? The Chanel one is in 20 Brune. And this is Seal Brown. It's the hard 9 formulation. What I love about this formulation, as you guys know probably already about this, is it does not go on. So I can draw. So you can maybe see a faint little, I think that's just sort of the gunk on it. So I have to go pretty hard to get that. The reason why this pencil is so great is that on any other surface, nothing really goes on it. So it melds with the oils in your brows. Well, on your skin. Obviously, you have oils all over your body. The back of your hand probably doesn't have much oil. But when you draw it on, it kind of goes with the oils, and then it really does appear. So that's sort of what I love about this pencil. It's kind of like a magic trick or something. But it kind of just goes on where it's supposed to go on. But again, it gives a little bit more of a drawn-in brow look, which is totally fine. I mean, I'm not doing like super block brows. But if you happen to like the way my brows look in this video, which is kind of really pretty natural, very little sort of drawing on. As you can still see a lot of the hair, even though I don't have much hair. And quite frankly, like that sucker here is pretty much drawn on because I have like really, I've got like the typical Asian brow, which is very sort of sparse and not full and fluffy and gorgeous at all. So what does this sucker use? Oh my God, 5 minutes and I haven't even talked about this yet. Okay, so it's a very, very, very fine point, and it is a, so it's not a powder, waxy powder like the Chanel. It's not a pencil like the shoe. It's a kind of liquid, like a wet liquid, drawing on brow thing. Oh my gosh, why the heck am I even on YouTube? How can I even call myself a guru when I'm like the drawing on thingy thing? Anyways, it's very faint. And I like the fact that it has, as you can see, sort of like a gray, cool toned undertone. The sort of reddy browns don't really work for anybody, really, quite frankly. So, this is like a waterproof formula. What I love about this is that it gives you a more natural looking brow. The thing that people hate about it is the fact that, oh my God, nothing ever comes out. I have to like draw like 5 bazillion times. It takes forever. I'm constantly like drawing on these little hairs, yada, yada, yada. I can't deal with it. This is an awful product. I freaking hate it. Yeah. That's why it's such a great product. It's because you kind of do have to draw on these individual little hairs. It is a little bit more time consuming. It is kind of like this, but in the fact that it's just a pen rather than getting the brush and dipping it and trying to draw it on that way. So it's kind of like a combination of both. So you're going to get more of the effect of this with a little bit more of the ease of this because it's just one thing that you're just whipping, but you do have to take more time. But so I can go over this and over, and you're not really going to, you know, it kind of causes the shadow of a brow. And, you know, if you watch any professional makeup artists, like really, like Lisa Eldridge, Charlotte Tilbury, like, you know, like really premium at the top of their craft, when you see them put on their brows, they're not just like drawing a brow in, like I kind of do with my shoe, where I just go, they are really sculpting that brow. They're doing little tiny strokes and tons of it. You kind of have to do it like that. I mean, not a gazillion times, not like it's going to take me 10 minutes. It takes me like 2 minutes to do my brows. But literally, you are sort of stroking it like this and then going in that way. But the effect is going to be a little bit more natural, a little bit more of like a fuller, bushier type of brow. So for that reason, I really, really love it. And it does stay on. So I've got it in the shade medium. So I guess there's 3, light, medium, dark, or maybe there's just 2. I'm not really quite sure. But I really, really love it. And I would have to say that this is one of the best brow products that I've tried. I know a lot of people go for the Anastasia. I'm not a huge fan of her brow line. Maybe I haven't investigated enough, but I think out of those 3, I'm sort of covered on my lazy days, and then on the days where I really want to spend the time to do it, and then sort of something in between. So I hope you guys found that helpful, and if you have any questions, obviously, just leave a comment, and I will always try and get back to you. Thanks so much.